my name's Keith, and I'm going to be reading from The Portable Steinbeck, which is a collection of Steinbeck novels. I'll be reading The Snake. It was almost dark when young Dr. Phillips swung his back to his shoulder and left the tide pool. He climbed up over the rocks and squashed along the street in his rubber boots. The street lights were on by the time he arrived at his little commercial laboratory on the Cannery Street of Monterey. It was a tight little building, standing partly on piers over the bay water and partly on the land. On both sides, the big corrugated iron sardine canneries crowded in on it. Dr. Phillips climbed the wooden steps and opened the door. The white rats in their cages scampered up and down the wire, and the captive cats in their pens mewed for milk. Dr. Phillips turned on the glaring light over the dissection table and dumped his clammy sack on the floor. He walked to the glass cages by the window, where the rattlesnakes lived, leaned over and looked in. The snakes were bunched and resting in the corners of the cage, but every head was clear. The dusty eyes seemed to look at nothing, but as the man leaned over the cage, the forked tongues, black on the ends and pink behind, twittered out and waved slowly up and down. Then the snakes recognized the man and pulled in their tongues. Dr. Phillips threw off his leather coat and built a fire in the tin stove. He set a kettle on water on the stove and dropped a can of beans into the water. Then he stood staring down at the sack on the floor. He was a slight young man with the mild, preoccupied eyes of one who looks through a microscope a great deal. He wore a short, blonde beard.